The Council of Worlds had declared the station a loss. A skirmish with raiders had gutted half its systems, crippled its engines, and left the orbiting hulk spinning above the barren moon. Evacuation was rushed. The injured were ferried away. Supplies were stripped. And when the last shuttle pulled from the docking ring, the council officers didn't notice, or perhaps didn't care, that one human engineer was still inside. Elias Ward. He had been deep inside the reactor conduits when the order to abandon ship came through. By the time he reached the hangar, the last craft had vanished into the black. The comms were silent, except for the mocking hiss of static. The aliens considered him as good as dead. No food. No working life support. No way off. Even if he somehow survived a few weeks, the derelict would fall into the moon's gravity well within a cycle. Elias stared at the broken corridors around him and muttered, "Guess I've got work to do." The first days were hell. Power flickered unpredictably. Entire sections were depressurized. The air recyclers coughed dust and ash. He rigged oxygen scrubbers from spare filters, jury-rigged lighting with stripped wiring, and welded pressure doors shut with a torch built from reactor plasma. Most species of the Council were specialists, brilliant in their narrow fields, helpless outside them. Humans, though, were stubborn improvisers. Elias had grown up fixing farm machines with parts never meant to fit together. Compared to that, a star station was just a bigger puzzle. He mapped every system failure by hand, sketching notes on the back of ration wrappers. The more he learned, the more he realized something the Council had overlooked: this station wasn't beyond repair. It wasn't just salvageable, it could be reborn. By the second month, Elias had food growing in hydroponics. He'd scavenged damaged AI cores and coaxed one into a crude assistant he named Patch. It spoke in a broken monotone but handled calculations while he rewired conduits. By the third, the station hummed again, stronger than before. Elias had rerouted the main reactor, turning it into a compact but devastating power source. Defense grids that had been shattered were rebuilt with human-inspired redundancies. Where the Council had relied on fragile, elegant circuits, Elias replaced them with rugged, modular relays that could take punishment and keep firing. What had once been an orbital habitat was now something else, a fortress. News spread. Raiders who tried to scavenge the derelict never returned. Their ships were burned from the sky by lances of plasma fire no Council design could produce. Merchant convoys began whispering about a ghost station bristling with human weapons, prowled by a single mad survivor. The Council eventually dispatched a fleet. Officially, it was to reclaim the lost asset. Unofficially, it was to erase the embarrassing rumor that a single abandoned human had accomplished what entire committees of alien engineers could not. When their cruisers translated into orbit, they found the station waiting. Its surface glittered with new armor plating, massive cannons pivoted with predatory precision, and shield arrays pulsed like the heartbeat of a predator. The fleet commander hailed, voice dripping with arrogance. "Elias Ward. You are ordered to surrender Council property immediately." Elias leaned back in his patched command chair, lit by the glow of jury-rigged consoles. "Property?" He chuckled. "You left me here to die. This station isn't yours anymore." The fleet moved to engage. That was their mistake. The battle was short, brutal, and one-sided. Elias had designed every weapon to exploit weaknesses in Council warships. The same weaknesses he'd studied as a lowly systems engineer, the ones the brass never bothered to fix. Shields buckled, engines detonated, cruisers fell like prey animals under the teeth of something older and meaner. When the wreckage drifted silent, Elias broadcast a single message across every channel. Humans build things to last. You should have remembered that. In the months that followed, smugglers and free colonies began pledging allegiance to the human-run station. It became a haven, a fortress of freedom, and a reminder carved into steel: humanity was not to be underestimated, forgotten, or abandoned. The Council's mistake had been simple. They thought leaving one human behind meant leaving nothing at all. Instead, they had left behind the seed of a weapon greater than they could imagine, one built not of alien genius, but of human stubbornness, ingenuity, and refusal to quit. And Elias Ward, the man they had written off as dead, became the legend that haunted their nightmares.